Relationship history of John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. Since they have only appeared in one movie together, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt don't share much screen time together, but their on-screen relationship more than makes up for it. They've been dating for 13 years and have been married for 11, and every moment they spend together only gets better and better. This chronology of Emily Blunt and John Krasinski's relationship includes every significant event, including their first date and the birth of their two children. 2008 saw the introduction of Emily Blunt and John Krasinski via a common friend. They got engaged less than a year later. On July 10, 2010, they exchanged vows in a small ceremony at George Clooney's residence in Lake Como, Italy. Love at first sight in November 2008. When Emily and John first met in 2008 at a restaurant, it was love at first sight for them. On Late Night with Seth Meyers in 2018, the actress recalled, "It's kind of a sad, lame story. He was in the restaurant, and I was there. I was seated next to a friend we both knew when my friend Gray exclaimed, 'Oh my God, that's my friend John.' Then it was over. He left our friend Justin through to join us when they were both seated. He was just standing there, making me chuckle. A daring first date in 2008. The pair went on their first date, to a shooting range, not long after they first met. On our first date, I made the decision, I'm really going to hit the pedal and take her to a rifle range. He admitted to Conan O'Brien, I think that I was so sure that I would never end up with her ... that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna blow it straight away and so that way you don't feel awful. But much to John's surprise, they had a good time on their date and have been dating ever since. A casual proposal in lay in August 2009. In Los Angeles, John proposed to Emily less than a year after they started dating. Tears were shed at the casual proposal by the happy couple's pals as well. According to the actress, she did cry after I cried, and then we both cried, and then everyone else was crying. Then, although I believe most people were unsure of what was happening, they were crying because we were crying. Yet it was excellent. Ultimately, she said yes, which is fantastic. It has a significant role in everything. The 10th of July 2010, a Lake Como wedding. On July 10, 2010, Emily and John exchanged vows at Lake Como. The bride wore a Marchesa wedding gown to the intimate ceremony, which took place at George Clooney's residence. However, the Devil Wears Prada actress did regret one thing on her wedding day, her spray tan. On The Late Late Show, Blunt said, "I got a poor spray tan and I would definitely fix that. When I look at the photographs, all I see is an orange hue that doesn't match the tone of regular skin. Why was I spending less on the day of my wedding? It had some bald spots. It's awful. Furthermore, it was a really hot day, so if you sweat and get a spray tan, don't wear white. Orange is just seeping. It was awful." If only Blunt had seen this before her big event. The 16th of April 2013. John changed her life. On the cover of In Style's May 2013 edition, Emily disclosed her affair after being married to John for almost 3 years. "My life was drastically altered by meeting John," she claimed. "I feel unstoppable when I feel his support," she said. "On your good days, someone is behind you, and on your bad days, someone is in front of you." September 2013, expecting a baby. The couple made the announcement that they were expecting their first child together in September 2013. And on February 16, 2014, Emily and John had their first child, a daughter. The newborn was given the name Hazel Grace by the new parents. January 2015, a delightful stage moment. Emily won the Best Action Movie Actress prize at the 2015 Critics' Choice Awards for her performance in The Edge of Tomorrow. But her husband, who simply couldn't contain his joy, kindly cut short her acceptance speech. Watch the cute scene here. January 2016, expecting a second child. The Hollywood couple revealed they were expecting their second child in January of the following year. The next month, John acknowledged, "The best days of my life started when I met my wife." The 15th of March 2017, cooperating. Fans who have been anxiously waiting for a movie with both Emily and John received it on March 15, 2017. The duo acknowledged that they were co-creating the movie A Quiet Place. Birth of Violet in June 2016. With the birth of their second daughter, Violet, at the end of June 2016, Emily and John welcomed a child for the 4th time. John wrote, John, who's the one actor you've been longing to work with? On Instagram, revealing how much he has been yearning to collaborate with his wife. Response: the corresponding image was, of course, of the couple. The release of A Quiet Place on April 6, 2018. A Quiet Place, their movie, debuted in theaters on April 6, 2018. In the horror movie, the couple played a husband and wife team. Did we mention that they had the cutest moments on their press tour? 2019-01-27, a touching acceptance speech for her work in A Quiet Place. Emily went on to receive a Screen Actors Guild Award in 2019. But she did mention her spouse and co-star in her heartfelt winning speech. She said, "I am going to tell my spouse, John Krasinski, everything since doing this with you has completely cut my heart straight. You make beautiful movies, sir. I'm so grateful to be with you and to have made this film with you." A Quiet Place Part 2 is confirmed for July 15, 2019. The duo announced they were making a sequel to the thriller following the success of their first movie together. The release date for A Quiet Place 2 is set for May 28, 2021, December 10, 2020. Day-to-day pandemic life. Emily spoke candidly to People about how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected her life with John and their daughters. Being able to rely on John is essential since we are each other's confidants. That mutual understanding has been a very important anchor for me.